Welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So it's that time again. It's time for your monthly Tarotscope readings for September 2022 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path, what you're here to learn and experience. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life and makes for much more accurate readings. So I'm going to connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading for September 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Taurus and or the second house. And while I'm shuffling, I'd like to invite you to just relax, open up your energy field to receive any information that's going to be most helpful and relevant to your life at this time. Okay, North Node in Taurus and or the second house. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents everything from the first half of the month to the 15th. And this second spread over here is for the second half of the month from the 16th to the end. So the overall theme for you Taurus North Nodes or the second house is the 10 of Cups. And what I'm feeling is I'm feeling like the theme is family harmony and or relationship harmony is a big focus for you this month, okay? And even if you don't have a family per se, you could be a single person. This reading still applies, okay? So it doesn't matter if you have a family or not, because, and I'm going to explain why, but this is a really, really big theme. So the first half of the month, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing something that is in regards to, it has an element definitely from the past, and it has an element also of the present. And you've got the reversed Emperor, you've got the reversed Three of Swords, and you've got the King of Swords, okay? Now, I'm feeling a big energy of, I'm feeling like this first half of the month, there's something regarding a father or father figure in your life, whether that be present or in the past. And there is a situation, you're working through situations, you're working through emotions, dealing with situations or emotions that have to do with a father type energy. Now, it can also sometimes, what I see with this too is, even if it's not a physical father, it could also be a mother, or a matriarch of the family. So maybe like a single mom or a very strong mother energy. You see that sometimes because the cards aren't gender specific, but I'm getting that really strong kind of like father patriarch kind of energy. And I feel like a lot of you are having to deal with situations of possible difficulties that you might have had growing up. You could be going through them now. It could be ongoing in your present like partners, maybe seeing things, seeing patterns, okay? And you're working through with this three of, definitely like there's heartache, but there could be an element too of like being emotionally like detached from a father, okay? Or the father is emotionally detached, but there's some sort of healing that's wanting to take place this first half of the month that you're dealing with. And this is like for a lot of you, I think this is like even going back not only in the past in this life, but some of this is like past life stuff. And what this is doing is, the feeling I'm getting is it's getting, you to become more strong within yourself, like without even having to need, uh, having to really need that, even though that, if there was something where you, gosh, where you felt like there was a lack in this area of your life, and you're learning to be more independent, almost like learning to stand on your own 2 feet type of a thing. But this, look, this is a very painful situation, and as I said, it could be happening. It could have elements in the past, either or both. Now, your 2 advice cards, okay, the King of Cups, and you've got the Six of Pentacles, okay. What this is saying is that, you might have felt like, okay, maybe not enough was given to you, or is being given to you emotionally, financially, any kind of support. Think of all the support. Think of the perfect parent. Okay, when you think of a perfect parent, I mean, none of us had perfect parents. But you just think of that ideal parent, of someone who is there, supportive, in all ways, yes, like even financially sometimes, or whatever. But I feel like a lot of you didn't have, there was some sort of like lacking in this department, and maybe you're still experiencing that. And really what this is doing is, with this King of Cups, is going within your heart, and it's like you're moving toward becoming what you lacked, or what you might lack in your life. And this is really weird. I see this happen a lot over the years working with clients, where, someone will say, wait a minute, like, okay, you want me to be something that I never had? And I'm like, yeah, that's what it's telling you. Like, because you know what it is like to lack something. You know what it's like to lack uh, the support of a loving, strong parent, supportive parent. Okay, you might know what that feels like on some aspect, even if you didn't. Maybe you had your parental situation isn't or wasn't that bad. Okay, and this also applies to, if you're in a romantic relationship. This could be, you know, I feel like it's very closely related. So this could be like a spouse situation, but it has, connections to the past. But yes, that's what I'm seeing, and what I tell people. I see this quite a bit, and people are like, when they understand, okay, what is it that I really wanted in a parent or a parental figure, as far as support, love, connection, being there, okay? And then, even though you didn't have it, you don't have to be fulfilled. See, this happens a lot in life. People lack something in their life, and then they feel like they have to go through their whole life lacking it, like just waiting for someone or something to fulfill it. And see, that's what happens. What you see a lot when there is a lack of some sort of, whether it be a father or a mother. When there's a lack, then you are constantly searching for that, as opposed to saying, okay, yes, I didn't have this, but now I know what it is I wanted. And then, you can become that. I hope that makes sense, okay? Because that's what I'm saying. You are not going to fulfill any of the voids that you might feel in your life. You're not looking to fill them. Like, I didn't have this, so I have to go out and fill it. No, no. What you're doing is you are saying, okay, yes, I might have had lack in these areas, and I know what I lacked, but now I am going to fill that myself. If you are a parent, you become what you didn't have, whatever it is. And you can apply that to anything, whether it be in a relationship or a friend or whatever. You don't wait to be filled. You become that of what you want. And when you do that, it's like magically you actually end up being filled and fulfilled, okay? So really important stuff. That's what I see for this first half of the month, what you're working through, okay? The second half of the month is something a little bit different, okay? This has to do with, I feel, more on the relationship side of things. And I'm seeing like, yes, it could be work relationship, it could be romantic relationship, family, or friends. And you've got the Magician reversed, you've got the Chariot, and you've got the Knight of Wands over here, okay? And what this is doing is that this is a big thing about values. One of the things when you're dealing with when you're dealing with Taurus and Scorpio, okay, that polarity, the Scorpio, you have a Scorpio South Node or eighth house South Node. You're dealing with this polarity. What you're seeing a lot is value or lack or feeling a lack of value within yourself, okay? Okay, I'm here to tell you that what this second half of the month is that with this Magician reversed, this is about someone who is deeply talented but might have hidden talents and gifts that are wanting to come out. And so this is about really valuing yourself. One of the things that can happen too when you do see kind of a lack of any sort of a lack in your life, and especially with this Taurus Scorpio, what you see is, because a lot of times kids get their values through like how they're being treated or raised. Like you get your values like, oh, Sally is so talented in this and she's a really great student, or Jimmy is this or that, and they're getting praised from like parents, friends, teachers or whatever, and that's how people build values. So you might have not had a whole lot of that, and so you're searching for what it is you value in yourself. And I feel like that's what this second half of the month, I feel like there's a discovery where a lot of you are realizing to really not only self-love, but really discover what it is you value in yourself. And I feel like that's coming out more, okay, with this Chariot and then the Knight of Wands. And it's like, this is really a month of really becoming strong within yourself. The tough thing is, and I kind of get this, is that it's like you're not, and you haven't in your lifetime, most of you haven't been fed a lot of things that would give you maybe confidence, or there's been lack in a lot of areas of your life. And it is hard when you come from that standpoint, to kind of like you're really starting from scratch. It's like it's a very independent, and it can sometimes be lonely road. But I think if you look within, if you looks really deep within you, and you start looking at who you are and what it is you offer, because you do offer some very, very special things, and you begin to take that independent road, of, moving toward that north node, in Taurus, you find that you become not only stronger, but you actually start getting from the world around you tons of support. It's weird. Like once you don't necessarily need it all the time, like just absolutely need it, and you start moving forward, you actually like get it. Now your two advice cards here, the Ace of Pentacles reversed and Seven of Swords reversed. Now this in particular is I feel like part of this whole value thing is there could be something to where in this situation you feel like not enough was given to you, or something was actually like taken away from you, or you were cheated somehow, like not given like a fair shake type of thing. I'm feeling like there could be these feelings of being shorted in some way. And for a lot of you, yeah, it could be in the financial realm, okay. But for some of you, it is, like I said, giving of support in some way. And so really what is happening with this advice here is it's telling you, okay, it's time to put away the past. The past happened, and yes, you felt like there was lack in your life, whether you didn't get, praise, support in any way, okay? Yeah, but it's time to it's like put that aside, okay? It happened. Yes, it happened. And now it's time to kind of look within. And it's when you do that, with this Magician reversed, a lot of you have really, really important and sometimes hidden gifts that want to come out. And this is the time to like really, really bring them out. So stop like thinking about, okay, I didn't have this in my life, or I don't have this in my life, and really start thinking about, okay, what do I have within me? What do I have to offer in this lifetime? And because it's a really important question, because if we say, like, for example, let's take a relationship, I'll ask this to a client. I'll say, like, they'll be like, oh, I don't really feel like I'm able to like meet someone, or I don't feel like I'm connected in this relationship, and I'm not understanding this person. They don't understand me. And so I'll ask them, I'm like, okay, what do you bring to the relationship? What do you bring to the family? What do you bring to your job? What is it that you bring? It's almost like, think of someone, asking you in a job interview, like, why should we hire you? So you start, but see, that's a weird thing. But when you start thinking like, okay, really think, okay, yeah, what do I offer? What do I offer this relationship? What do I offer this job? What do I offer life? And if you can't answer that question, think about it. I don't know what I offer. Like if you don't say, well, I'm a hard worker, or I'm like super loyal. I've got a like great personality. I'm like positive. Like start thinking about what it is you bring, positive things, okay? And if it's difficult for you to do that, that's the beginning of seeing like where your values are, or what you value in yourself. Because if you don't know what value you bring to your life, how is anyone else going to know what you bring? You need to do that. And that's the conundrum that can happen with this polarity, the Scorpio Taurus polarity, is it's like lots of past lives in the Scorpio or eighth house where you got instant feedback or constant feedback of what it is, you brought to the table. But now it's like you're kind of out there on your own now. Okay, and now it's like, what do I bring, and you have to kind of figure that out. So anyway, I hope this reading makes sense to you, okay? And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and spending some time. If you could hit that like button, it would really help. And reach out to me in the comments. Say hello. Ask any questions you like. I'd love to interact with y'all. And if you like a personal reading, there'll be a link in the description box below. So thanks again, and we'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.